Play full game. Entering team select screen. The Miami Dolphins, the home team, are selected. Ready.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Dolphins and the Packers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, their head coach has got to believe it in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
Entering play call screen.
The holiday season is NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded right at the goal line. And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
have the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously it was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
On play action, now Rodgers. That one into the hands of Watkins downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Off for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Fun plan, error, player, error, formation, error, play type, error, option, run. Inside handoff, zone split WK.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Option, pass, shot, play action, shotgun, teach. Dolphins curl post. Bench switch.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Triangle
looking
button.
to pass.
Triangle
Tua.
button. Cross
And he's
button.
just going to get rid of this thing. So and now it's third. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles, and then tonight a good one out in the desert, the Bucs and Cards from Glendale. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready. Check right. Check pink.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our hands right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tua going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. The Dolphins at 13-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat. And they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play. Not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Entering play call, quick pass, play high, parallel, run, pass, quick pass, standard pass, shotgun pass, keep curls.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Triangle button. R1 button.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Cross button.
Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. And worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
R1 button.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Entering play call, draw. There are 7 categories. Play type, option, grip, pass, screen pass, AHP, play action pass, shotgun, play action, puff sprint HP flip, hugger corner post.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, here's Tua. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Gun plan, there are 8 coach suggestion. Gun plan, player formation, there are 8 play type, there run. Counter, there pitch, outside, inside hand, AHP ace power. Cross cutting.
Here we go with McCaffrey. Evades him at the 10. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
63 options, HP inside zone selected.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Quick pass there, Y stick, thread in space, X slant, jet touch pass, Y stick, jet X slant.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Circle button.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 1
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he is going to have a Packers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On first down, Rodgers finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back near his goal line, here's Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And I think he got it back. He did. So it was a great return, and they're able to maintain possession to keep the football.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up the 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Big Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. They topped the 200-yard mark a week ago. You know they're going to have a lot of eyes and hopefully for them bodies on him here in this one.
You got to expect defensively, forget 8 men in the box. 9, 10, 11. Hey, listen, they'll try and sneak you and me in there to try and slow him down, but I bet his offensive line mates are going to accept that challenge. They really like blocking for a guy who can turn up that kind of yardage.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing in their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Inside zone. AHP zone WK. Inside zone.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Entering play call. AHP inside. Play type. Option. Run. Pass. Quick pass. Wise. Stick. Goal line fade.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cross button.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Cross button.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. Down the sideline it goes. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
.10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Entering play call, Pufflor, Kawhydra, play type, there are 8, run, pass, play action pass, shotgun, standard pass, quick pass, Y-stick.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Cross button.
Here's Tua.
Toward
the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Special teams, we have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Entering
Little
play
tapestry,
call,
if you will.
Oh,
I like
6
it.
categories.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end,
Entering
Tunyon.
play call, coach
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Entering play call, play type, there are 8 categories: run, inside handoff, AHPA's power.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at the 34.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance, rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. McCaffrey running up the middle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Entering play call, AHPA's power.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. AHPA's power.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
AHPA's power.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Entering play call, play type. There are 8 categories. There are 7 subcategories.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
HPA's power.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
On the ground, McCaffrey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. This is McCaffrey. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Corner post. Wide drag wheel. Corner post.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Tua.
R1 button. Square button.
And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the fumble recovery haven't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like this, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And to the 42-yard line here, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Again, it's Jones. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now Rodgers. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Entering play call, coach.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Got the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And it's a Packers touchdown. Alan Lazard, 33 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And the lead is now 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The 71 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Play call inside AHPA's power.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's McCaffrey. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Play type, option, run, pass. Play pass, there are 6 categories. You have 16
2
options.
minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Entering play, Y stick. Play type, run, pass. Quick pass, error, standard pass, shotgun pass, keep curl, dagger. Keep curls.
Come on, baby, rock and roll. Here we go.
R1 button.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
R1 button.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Play type, personnel, area. Play type, run, pass. Play, screen pass. Play action, pass print, Pogger, corner, post.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Ready?
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Aaron Rodgers and the pack ready to go back to work. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start first and 10.
There are 6 categories.
Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
I got you, baby. You know what we mean, baby. They gotta walk their point, baby. That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, his throw
Entering
incomplete.
play call,
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, they stopped him shy of the markers. Thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, return left is selected.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7.
Return button.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get
Entering
this to
play
about
call,
the 23.
There are 8 categories, there are 6 subcategories. Option set to play action pass 61 plays. You have 5 options. Play action pass. There are 6 floor and stretch.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Play action pass, error 6, shotgun, extend, quick pass. Hail Mary. Goal post. Hail Mary, goal post.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Triangle
Tua,
button.
a final
Triangle
shot before
button.
half.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
He's going to try and go deep again.
Triangle button.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an on-time play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Here we go. Here we go.
Cross
They'll
button.
throw now on the
Triangle
final
button.
play.
Cross button.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jared Goff leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Entering play call, run, pass, Hail Mary, there are 6. Quick pass. Standard. Quick pass. Y stick.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Entering play call. Y stick. R1
To
button.
throw again on second down. Tua. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
AHPA's power.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Gets past one man. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And that's how you convert on third down. Not only do they pick up the first, but they got a lot of extra yardage with it.
And I saw a defense that was absolutely out of sync. They didn't expect that play call at all. And it allowed the offense to actually get great blocking angles against them. It allowed the back to just rumble and rumble and rumble. And as you said, tacked on big yardage in the end.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a run with McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Entering play call. Inside handoff. There are 7. Play up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Cross button.
Down Tua.
R1 button. Triangle button.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Inside, AHPA's power.
On the set.
McCaffrey.
R2 button.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and will leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? McCaffrey is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
his offense to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Alan Lazard and the rest of the Packers back out for another drive.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. How about this? They'll try the option left side.
And this will be a Packers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On first down, Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Draw play, Dillon.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
There are 6 categories.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer, and he's down to about the 2.
Didn't get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there. In this game, so far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Dillon again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Dillon will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected. Entering French, instant replay, resume, quit game is Option. Coaching. Pop-up menu. Medical center is selected. Entering. Injury report screen. 2 rows 4 columns. Left filter Dolphins. Right filter all player name B Scarlet. Position lobe. Injury type elbow sprain. Injury length 2 quarters. Packer selected. Injury type bruised sternum. Position HG. Player name A. Jones. Injury length out for game. You have entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Corner post.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
Entering play call.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. To the sideline, and it's caught before he's out of bounds. They try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Play action, now it's Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Entering play. Florida stretch.
Let's go now.
2 now on 1st down.
Square button.
Rolling to his right. And going
Triangle
deep for
button.
Hill. And it's knocked
Entering
away
play
and
call.
incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Triangle
They'll
button.
buy some time right. Completes it to the tight end Smythe. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
AHPA's power.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready?
McCaffrey running up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 550 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Entering play call inside AHPA's power.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Play
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Circle button.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And
he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Y stick, standard pass, shotgun pass, play action, Florida stretch.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Off of play action, Tagovailoa sliding out of the pocket. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Entering play call, Florida stretch, run, counter, outside handoff, inside, HPA's power.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Preston Smith there on the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Pocket flood, pocket slide, pocket cross.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tua.
R1 button.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Play tight, run. Counter, pick, outside handoff, inside, HPA's power.
Set, ready.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Entering play call in HPA's power.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes over there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Tua going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Entering play call, Y stick. Stick. Goal line fade.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal.
Triangle button.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Quick pass, standard pass, shotgun pass, play action pass, Florida stretch, sprint HD flat, boot slide, sprint HD flat.
Let's go now.
Cross button.
Tua on 4th down.
Triangle button. R2 button.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try and keep the rush away from him. I love that he was able to throw back against the grain a little bit and find a receiver cutting from the backside of the formation across the middle.
Entering play call. Puntland. Error. Player. Error. Puntland. Coach suggestion. Precinct. Favorites. Personnel. Error. Play type. Run. Pass. Play action. Off Florida stretch. Sprint HD flat.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it.
And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets him even closer. Now a 2-point game. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but you identified an open target and put it right on him.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Packers.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you saw they have to get a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Emmanuel Agba finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering play
back
call,
now in Miami. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Bullock's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field,
Entering
they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Entering play call, inside handoff, play option, pass. Quick pass, error 6, standard, shotgun pass, play action pass, post, pogger, wide drag wheel, close up cross.
Here we go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Ready?
On play action, here's Tua. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Square button. R1 button. R1 button.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like that, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Entering play call, kick punch shove, gun plan, player, there are formation, there are play type, there are formation, I form, play type, run, pass, play action, Pogger corner, Poggy cross, Pogger LT, close pass AL, cross country.
Okay, right?
Cross button.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's
Triangle
Tua.
button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Cross button.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach
Entering
will agree
call,
to disagree.
coach
All right, but he
there are
knew
6
he wanted to be
categories.
aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee you, he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers now to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
And just a yard to go here on second down. They give to Dillon out of the gun.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Storm Brave 1.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run again with Dillon.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten the yard down to the 16.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Entering play call, coach suggests cover 4 drop back.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
R2 button.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Player, Tyreek Hill, X cross.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki.
Finding space at the 40.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Circle button.
2 is throws taken in by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Entering play, X cross.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Cross cutting.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Play tight. Formation. Play run pass. Play action pass. Pass print HD flat. Combo corner post.
Down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
R1 button. R1 button. Square button. Square button.
There goes a deep ball. End zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Cover 2 man.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Let's be smart. Let's play ball. They can't stop us. What's the deal, y'all?
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown.
Shovel. On plan, there are 8 player, there are 8 category. Formation, there play tight, there run, pass. Play action, off large stretch.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Cross button.
Delay of game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Entering play call. Coach suggestion. On plan. Player. There are 8 category. Formation. There are play tight. There are run. Pass. Play action. Shot. Standard. Pass. Y stick.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
button.
Two are going to try and throw for it.
Triangle button.
And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty. And they convert. So the flag backed them up 5 yards to the 7. They still get the 2-point conversion there.
Now, was that confidence in the play call they had and in their offense, or just absolute disdain for the defense?
It worked.
Entering play call, special teams, who have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of his mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
For once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Rodgers going to throw. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Second and 2. This is Dillon on the counter. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
Play type, there are 8 categories. There are 6 subcategories. Options set to quick pass 16 play run. HPA's power.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And out across midfield down to the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Entering play call, HBA's power.
Let's go now.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Power. Zone split WK.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse. They needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
It's showtime, baby. Let's play it to the whistle. Yeah, I got you, baby. Let's go. Let's rock and roll.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage
to keep him from getting the football.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Hill.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Standard pass, shotgun, play action, puff Florida stretch, puff sprint HD flat, puff Florida stretch.
Let's go.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and he moves the sticks. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Entering play call, Weistick.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Ready.
Circle button.
Tua now on 1st down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Run. Inside handoff. PHP is powered.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Play high, arch, run, pass. Quick pass there, twice kick.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
R1 button.
Here's Tua.
R1 button. R1 button.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Pass, there are 6 categories. Twice kick. Twice kick. Jet pass occasion. Play height, run. Inside handoff. AHP ace power. Zone split WK.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. This is McCaffrey on the give. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
Partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. Have empty selected. Plan. There are 8 categories. Coach plan. Player. There are 8 categories. Formation. There are 8 option. Run. Pass. Quick. Twice kick.
The Dolphins will again line up and go for 2. To throw is Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know
it's true. You've said that before. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 2. 43 seconds to go. And they need at least 30 yards, you'd have to think, here to move the football to have a shot. Rodgers to throw.
Complete, Dillon.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Rodgers. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that would prove to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
Entering play call. Play type. There are 8 categories. There are 6 subcategories. Run. Personnel. Play. Run. Option. RPO. Special. Special. Clock management. Fix spike. Spike ball. Fix spike 3. Spike ball. Fix spike. Holding heel.
Here we go, set. Ready?
Down to an goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
There are 2 categories. We have 4 options.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to 1-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Miami, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.